Welcome back to the Thrive 45 Method podcast with me, your host, nutritionist Stacey Nicole Smith. And this is the space where we talk all things weight loss and wellness for the woman in perimenopause and menopause. Now, let's get started with today's episode. Hey guys, what's up? I don't know if this is going live. There we are. All right, what's up? Okay, welcome back. So today we are talking about, can I drink alcohol and still lose weight in peri and menopause? I gotta tell you, I get asked this question so much, and I think that it's because women want me to tell them it's fine and it doesn't affect them. You just want me to tell you that answer. It does affect you, but you can still drink alcohol and lose weight, but it's different. And I'm going to go into why it's a little bit different, how it's affecting us, and if you were to drink, how to do so to least affect your ability to lose weight. So first, you may have noticed, and if you're one of the people that have asked me this, one of the women that's asked me this, then you asked me for a reason. And one of the reasons is because, number one, you've probably noticed that your body is impacted differently. You maybe can't handle it like you used to. Like maybe you can't drink as much and get the same effect. Maybe you are getting a worse hangover, or a hangover when you never used to, or they last longer. And maybe you're trying to actively lose weight and you're having a hard time and you don't know how it's impacting you. So first and foremost, yes, it biologically is affecting us different as women at this age, generally over 40, with the hormonal fluctuations that begin with perimenopause and go into menopause. And in the simplest way, what's happening is, we're having estrogen and progesterone are fluctuating and decreasing. Now, progesterone, which is decreasing at this age, it has a calming effect on our body. That's its purpose. So when we're getting the less of the calming effects of progesterone, that basically means we have less of a buffer, if you will, against the effects of alcohol. So number one, progesterone, because it has a calming effect, can help with anxiety and stress and can help us have better sleep. So now we're already having a decrease in progesterone. Guess what? Alcohol does the same thing. So it's kind of having a bigger impact. That buffer is being removed, if you will. So not only can alcohol at this age give you more anxiety, worse sleep, that worse sleep then turns into unregulated hunger hormones, cravings for food the next day, more cortisol. Cortisol is that stress hormone famous for putting weight on the belly. So we've got the calming hormone of progesterone declining, which is our buffer. So we have less of a buffer to the effects of alcohol. Then over here, we've got estrogen, which is fluctuating wildly and kind of going down. Now, estrogen is closely tied to our blood sugar. Guess what? Alcohol affects your blood sugar too. So we're kind of getting a double whammy with these fluctuations. And additionally, our liver helps to process out hormones. And so obviously this is highly important at this time. We want our liver functioning optimally. Alcohol highly impacts the liver. So here's the deal. When we have alcohol, even if it's one glass of wine, alcohol is viewed by the body as a toxin. That is 100% what it actually is. And our body loves us and wants to protect us. And so because of that, our body will prioritize getting that alcohol out of the system first, before it even gets to your food, or processing out hormones to keep you going with nice hormonal health. So everything else is at a standstill while your body is processing out that alcohol. Additionally, I think when people think about drinking, they just think calories. So you think, okay, I'm just not going to have a sugary drink. I'm just going to have this instead. Well, yes, having, let's say, a vodka and soda water is a better option than having a strawberry daiquiri loaded with sugar. It is still having an impact on the body, namely processing it out first and exacerbating the effects of our fluctuating hormones. So again, It's more than even just weight loss. It's like how you feel, it's your energy levels, and it's more than a calorie count. It's like, is this going to give me spikes of cortisol? Is this going to give me food cravings that I never would have had otherwise? Because food cravings are pretty hard to fight against, right? So it's almost like you're making it harder on yourself than it needs to be. So then you come down to the point of, okay, can you drink alcohol and still lose weight? Well, you can if you're not drinking every day. If you're drinking a bottle of wine a night, then obviously weight loss is not that big of a priority to you, because it is just messing up your hormonal system like crazy. And not only to do with weight loss, but you can expect worse symptoms, like worse hot flashes, worse mood swings, worse sleep. Like, it's all kind of tied together. So if alcohol is super, super, super important to you, here's what I would recommend. First and foremost, when it comes to weight loss, you have active weight loss, so you're actively trying to lose your 30 pounds, let's say. Then you lose the 30 pounds, then you want to maintain the weight loss. That's another key. Like, a lot of people lose it, but then they can't maintain it. So first you're in active weight loss, then you're in maintenance. What I would recommend for best results is in active weight loss, I wouldn't have any booze, really, or save it for very, very special occasions only. Then when you get to your goal weight, and if it's really important to you for socializing or whatever, then I would put it in really on special occasions only. Again, it comes down to your priorities. And you want to look at what you're drinking too. So I would never have alcohol on an empty stomach. You always want to pair it with like a protein and a fat and a fiber. Slow down that absorption of it into your system. You want to make sure you're extra hydrated, because alcohol is going to dehydrate you. You want to have it have as little impact on your sleep as possible. So try to not have any alcohol for 3 hours before sleep. So I hope this helps you guys. I honestly hear this a lot. Can you drink alcohol and still lose weight? And you kind of already know the answer before anybody even asks me, because you probably notice that it is impacting you more. And it's not in your mind, it's biological. So I do know a lot of women tend to give it up at this age because it's just not worth it anymore. Like, I personally gave it up almost 4 years ago when I turned 48. And it was simply because it was giving me a lot of anxiety. After a night after having a few drinks, I had not only anxiety, but I was starting to get kind of depressed. It was really messing with my sleep, like, more than ever. And so personally, I just took a 30-day break, which turned into 90 days, which turned into almost 4 years. And I don't miss it. But if you guys want tips on how I quit, drop the comments below, and I'm happy to share them, because it's like 4 basic things that I did that made it a lot easier. And life is better without it. I'm not suggesting you have to quit. Nobody has to do anything. But if you want to feel your best and you want weight loss to be a little bit easier, then just look at what's most important to you and your highest priorities. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys. Yes, it's not in your mind. You are biologically more sensitive to the effects of alcohol now. And yes, you can still lose weight and drink, but it's going to take you a little bit longer. It depends on how much you're drinking. It depends on what you're doing when you're not drinking. Are you eating right for your hormonal system? Are you getting proper sleep, which can be disrupted by alcohol? Like, it's all tied together, right? So it's not the answer you probably wanted. You probably wanted me to tell you that it's completely fine and it won't affect you at all, and keep going and having your wine every night. But that's simply not true. So it just comes down to you and your priorities. I hope that helps you. Any comments, leave them below. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Thanks for listening. I hope you found this episode helpful. If so, please be sure to like and subscribe to be notified when new episodes are released. Episodes like this are released weekly for all things weight loss and wellness for the woman in perimenopause and menopause. And for other ways I can help you, please be sure to visit the show notes or visit my bio. Thanks for listening. Bye.